Hey everybody, it's Callie again. So now we're going to be talking about Section 4 in the 4-H portfolio, and in Section 4 it's going to be leadership. In leadership it gives you the options to have a description as well as the leadership code and the level of leadership that you've obtained. So some examples for 4-H leadership are I attended JYC, and at JYC I was able to take a leadership workshop. So that would be a volunteer thing, and it would be at the state level. Something that I get asked a lot is I've got junior age kids and there's not very many opportunities for leadership as a junior. In your club, for example, let me give you an example. I have a Clover Bud Club that I do for my own kids, and Clover Buds is kindergarten to 2nd grade, so they're even younger than the juniors. And in our club we have a song leader, we have a pledge leader for each of our pledges, so one for the 4-H pledge, one for the Pledge of Allegiance. We've got a treat chairman and we've got a cleanup chairman. So just in my club we've got 5 leadership positions. Just have something fun for the kids. They think it's cool to have a title, and they can either volunteer for it, be elected, appointed, or promotional. So there's lots of opportunities to get leadership here. If you've led a class for a club, you showed someone how to clip a lamb, or you were elected the teen council president, or you had Callie call you and say, hey, will you be our Northern Region ambassador? Those are some examples of volunteer, elected, and appointed. Promotional, a lot of people get confused on this. Anytime that you promote 4-H or Utah 4-H, that's a type of leadership because you're promoting such a great organization. So if you wear your summer camp shirt that says Box Elder County 4-H to school, I want to hear about that. Say, I wore my 4-H shirt and I promoted it in my school, and this is what I learned from that experience. Just be pretty descriptive in that area, and you should be great. Most kids at the county level should at least have some local or county or even region experience, if not state experience for leadership. A lot of our senior youth have the opportunity to go to several camps or conferences or trainings throughout the year that are state level, which are a lot of fun, and they do get that leadership experience. So if you have any questions on the leadership section, you can reference the rubric that is in the portfolio, or you can contact me and we can brainstorm some ideas to get more leadership. This is where your money is. This is where the judges like to see a lot of growth and a lot of good leadership opportunities for the kids. So Section 4 is probably one of the top sections that we want to see some really good information in that area. So after leadership we go probably to the other big section that the judges absolutely love to see. It's community service, and we pledge our hands to larger service in 4-H, and we love to serve, and it's such a great opportunity for kids to serve. So in this section, in Section 5, we want to make sure that we've got the date. Be sure to be consistent with the date throughout all sections and within this section. This also has a level. You've got your local, your county, your region, state, and national levels that you can list. Description of community service. We want to hear all about it. I think it's fantastic. The judges think it's fun to read these descriptions for community service. So here's some good examples. And maybe get you guys motivated, because Bake and Take Week's going to be in a few weeks. So it's going to be the week of October 3rd through the 6th or 7th, I think. So first full week of October we do Bake and Take. And we highly encourage kids to either go purchase baked goods or make them and take them to a leader or a friend. Just do community service. Bake something and take it. So Bake and Take Week, I took 27 dozen cookies around the community with my 4-H club. That's a little bit exaggerated, but it's a fun, we want that type of a description. We planted 4 trees in our neighborhood park as We Be Dash 4-H club. So those are some good examples. I babysat for my mom's friend. Is that 4-H? No, not necessarily. If you had a babysitting club and you did it as a service, then yep, absolutely. But I want you to say, I babysat for my mom's club as the 4-H babysitting club. Service, auction for the church, for your local church. In section 6, you'll be able to write all your non-service, or all your non-4-H experiences and activities, and this will be excellent to put in that section. So only 4-H community service, again, in this section 5. Alright, taught group of 4-H kids how to make cards. Is that a form of community service? That's probably actually more of a leadership opportunity. So we want you to list it in that area. Okay. The other thing that is really cool about this community service section is that it offers an hours column. So you can say, I baked my 27 cookies for Bake and Take Week, and that took me 17 hours to do that. By the end of your 4-H career, you're going to have a good number of how many community service hours you've actually put in. And not only with 4-H, we love seeing community service, scholarship applications, and college applications, and job applications all want to see some type of community service. So as you're recording your community service through your 4-H career, you've got that tally, the tally of your hours, and you can flip and be like, oh, I've just flipped to section 5, and I can tell them right there that I've recorded 300 community service hours. So this is a great section and a great resource when it comes to your college applications or when you're applying for jobs. Okay, our section 6. This is a fun section. I really like to see how well-rounded all of our 4-Hers are. This doesn't give you a lot of points when we're judging, but it's still a fun thing to read through. So in our non-4-H, it covers organizations such as school, church, town, and family. And some of these descriptions for our non-4-H experience can be Girls State at SUU, Yellowstone with my family, Bear River FFA Chapter Sentinel, going on the trek with the LDS Church. See how I've listed the descriptions, very simple. We don't want to add a lot of detail right here because, like I said, it's not worth a whole bunch of points, and this is a 4-H portfolio, not all your non-4-H experiences. So I don't want to say, we went to Yellowstone with my family and we saw 352 bison and my little brother fell off into the river. We don't want to see that type of thing. We just want the very basic descriptions. So hopefully that answers your questions on that section. Don't want to stress too much with this area, but it is fun as a judge and as an extension professional to see how well-rounded our 4-Hers can be. Section 7, this is probably Mother's most dreaded section, getting kids and youth to write their story. It doesn't have to be super long. The whole purpose of the story is to kind of get an overview of your whole 4-H experience for that year. As a first year 4-Her, you don't have to have 2 pages front and back. We just want to see growth through year to year. We want it to be consistent, so use the same fonts as you have throughout your whole portfolio, and it should describe in detail how 4-H hasn't influenced your life. I talked in section 1 about our knowledge and skills area and what goes there, and then what shouldn't go there. Anything that won't fit in that under that category should go into your story. So my horse Whiskers is going to go here, or some of the goals I have when walking my lambs are going to be to walk them each night for an hour. That type of thing. You want to make sure to fill in any holes that you haven't specifically covered. As a judge and extension professional, we also like to see kind of your bigger projects, and we want to make sure that you've got some leadership as well as community service in your story. So a well-rounded story will get you full points when it comes to getting judged. Alright, the last section is going to be section 8, and this is my personal favorite when I'm judging, is I usually flip right back to the pictures, because I love to see, especially the seniors, I love to look at their current pictures and then go back to when they were beginning, and they look so young, and you can just see the change. For the pictures, you can have a page front and back, and you always put your current year first. So you'd put 2016 right there on top, and then you'd go back. We want to see captions. We want to see what you're doing in the picture, and we want to know when you took the picture. It's highly recommended to have sheet protectors. You will not get docked, but these are kind of special pages and have pictures not get damaged. So if you can, get sheet protectors and put them in. And then last, to close out your portfolio, you're going to put your certificate of achievement. And that is the certificate that you receive from the office, from Utah State Extension. It's got the state director and a lot of signatures on it, and it's got your foil stickers. That's the only certificate that you want. I know that you guys all do really well, and you get certificates throughout the year for certain county contests or for horse shows, or even your club might give out certificates. Those are fantastic, but we want the portfolio to be an actual portfolio and not a scrapbook. So that's why there is only the one certificate that goes in the very back. When we're talking about pictures, there's some examples right here that show you how to lay out your pictures. They can slightly overlap, but we do not want to form a collage. So here's some examples of what a page should look like. It's not specifically to format, there we go. But it's got the dates, it's got a good description, the font is legible, it's big enough that I can see, there's not pictures that are overcrowding. This is a good example of what our photos should look like. We go to this, and we kind of find this once in a while. For example, I love to scrapbook, and I love 4-H, so I'm going to put all these fun things, and I love green, and shooting sports is my favorite. I didn't get to take a picture of me doing shooting sports, but I'm going to put clip art right here. This is cute, but we want to be refined and be professional. So this is a no-no. We want to just be clean cut like this page. Okay? And then your photos are not supposed to form a collage. This is a collage. They're overlapped. They're squished. There's not any room to put dates or captions. We want to make sure that we're doing quality versus quantity. We want to make sure our top projects are being showcased here and what we've learned or what we've done in community service. We want to kind of restrict a little bit and not form a collage and make it too overwhelming. So that is it for our portfolio training. Again, hopefully you've learned something, and if you have any questions, contact me directly. Okay? Thanks, guys.